Hello and welcome to this edition of English News. I'm Kate Mary. A quick look at the headlines we're tracking at this hour. MCI warns RIMS of cancelling recognition of MBBS degree granted by Manipur University unless scores of deficiencies are rectified within 3 months. Now the news in detail. Medical Council of India MCI has issued a stern warning to the Regional Institute of Medical Sciences RIMS Imphal of cancelling the recognition of MBBS degree granted by Manipur University unless scores of deficiencies prevailing in the institute presently are rectified. And a report on the rectification is submitted to the MCI within 3 months. According to reliable reports received by the ISTV News, a team of MCI had come to Imphal to make an assessment of the physical and other teaching facilities available at RIMS on September 5 and 6 last year. The team had submitted its assessment report to the Executive Committee of the Council, which was considered at a meeting of the committee held on January 13 this year. The Executive Committee arrived at many decisions, among which was the decision that the recognition of the MBBS degree granted by Manipur University in respect of the students being trained at RIMS Imphal will not be continued further unless the many shortages prevailing at the institute are rectified within 3 months. The shortages mentioned in a letter sent to the director of RIMS by the MCI on the 20th of this month are 19 points. They include shortage of residents at RIMS is 62.5%, which should be filled up. There is no lecture theatre of 250 capacity. There is no facility for E-class. The details of area, seating capacity of the library are not provided. The common rooms for boys and girls are small and do not have attached toilets. There is no hostels for interns. Audiometry and speech therapy are not available. Child welfare clinic is not available in pediatrics, OPD, etc. In this regard, the MCI has sent letters to the concerned authority of the state government and the Manipur University on the 21st of this month. Some unidentified gunmen shot an ADC member of Sadai Hills this morning. The incident occurred at Type A, quarter number A82 at Langolgam village, Zone 3. The injured ADC member has been identified as Thangzaman Kipgen, 45, son of Ngankothang Kipgen. He is from Bongpal village, Senapati district, and presently staying at the quarter at Langolgam village. A bolero parked near the house was damaged in the firing. Many bullet holes were found on the door of his house. Police have started investigating the case. Police recovered some empty cartridges and 2 live rounds from the spot. As part of observing the Martyrs' Day in commemoration of the death anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi, father of the nation, who was assassinated in 1949, the government of Manipur also observed the day at Gandhi Memorial Hall in Imphal today. Deputy Chief Minister Gai Khangam, RD and PR Minister Francis Ngazokba, Social Welfare Minister A.K. Mirabai, Parliamentary Secretary Victor Keshing, MLA R.K. Imo, MLA K. Thamarjit, MLA Paunam Brozen, Chief Secretary P.C. Lamkunga, Additional Chief Secretary O.E. Nabakishore, and many high-ranking civil and police officials attended the observance ceremony. Deputy Chief Minister Gai Khangam led the gathering in offering floral tributes to the bust of late Mahatma Gandhi. Apart from that, a 2-minute silence was observed while the siren was wailing. A press release issued by General Manager EC1 of Manipur State Power Distribution Company Limited, MSPDCL KH Khamba, stated that power supply will not be distributed to the consumers for 8 hours in Imphal area from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. tomorrow, that is January 31st. The press release further stated that the inconveniences caused to the consumers is due to installation and line connection of 400 kV power station at Urembam as well as shutting down of 132 kV substation in Imphal. However, the areas covered by 132 power substations of Kongba and Yangang Pokpi will remain the same as before and power will be distributed, the press release added. Staff of the Joint Director, Imphal West Veterinary Department and volunteers of the United Club and Library, UCAL, jointly organized 2 anti-vaccination camps at Uripok Bachaspati Laikai and Uripok Sinam Laikai today. About 200 dogs and cats were given anti-rabies vaccination during the camps. And now moving on to some national and international news. To successfully implement e-governance, the country must think about mobiles first and give importance to mobile governance, said Prime Minister Narendra Modi today. Addressing the 18th National Conference on e-governance through Twitter, Modi said, "I urge you to explore ways to provide as many services as possible through mobiles. Let us bring the world into our mobile phones. While we look at e-governance, let us think about mobile first and thus give importance to m-governance, mobile governance," he added in another tweet. Modi said that the conference brings together several delegates from central and state governments, armed forces, academia, industry and private sector, while this year's themes revolves around digital governance, skill development and employability. Centre is committed to realizing dream of a digital India with a vision to make India a digitally empowered society and knowledge economy, he said. Former Union Minister and Congress leader Jayanti Natarajan decides to quit the party. In a letter to Sonia Gandhi, the minister described that she was made a victim of a vicious, false and motivated campaign by some members of her own party. Natarajan told that she was loyal to the party for 30 years. Jayanti Natarajan attacked on Vice President Rahul Gandhi, alleging that specific requests by him were the basis of whether industrial projects were given clearances by her ministry and that he shifted from a pro-environmental position to corporate-friendly stand for the elections last year. In Kolkata, CBI has begun interrogation of the All India General Secretary of Trinamool Congress and former Railway Minister Mukul Roy on Saradha cheat fund scam. Roy arrived at the CBI office at Salt Lake this morning after the investigating agency issued summons to him on 12th of this month. According to CBI sources, the statement of Roy will be recorded today and later it will be verified with the statements of others given by the other accused involved in the scam. Kiran Bedi, the BJP's presumptive chief minister, has been accused of poll violation by the Aam Aadmi Party after she was seen giving necklaces to women while campaigning on Wednesday. Bedi was seen handing out pearl necklaces during a roadshow at Patparganj in East Delhi. Aam Aadmi Party has alleged that this amounts to bribing voters ahead of the Delhi election 8 days away. They are directly luring voters by giving necklaces. This is very dangerous. It is clearly a violation of the Model Code of Conduct, said senior Aam Aadmi Party leader Manish Sisodia. Aam Aadmi Party chief Arvind Kejriwal has been facing allegations that he has repeatedly urged voters to accept bribes. A 25-year-old Indian woman raped by an Uber driver in New Delhi last month has filed a lawsuit against a taxi service company in a US court, arguing that it does not adequately screen its drivers and its negligence and fraud lead to her being sexually assaulted and humiliated. The woman has not been named in the 36-page lawsuit filed in the California Federal Court against the San Francisco-based firm and has been identified only as Jane Doe. She is seeking an unspecified amount of damages that should be determined at a jury trial and compensation for the physical and monetary harm and for harm to her professional and personal reputations the assault caused her. She is also seeking a permanent injunction directing that Uber take all affirmative steps necessary to remedy the effects of the unlawful conduct alleged in the lawsuit and to prevent repeated occurrences in the future. At least 26 people, mostly soldiers, have been killed in a series of attacks by Islamist militants in the north of Egypt's Sinai Peninsula. A car bomb and rockets hit several military targets in the North Sinai provincial capital of El Arish. Other attacks took place in the town of Sheikh Zuwaid and in Rafah near Gaza. Militant group Ansar Beth al-Maqdis, which pledges allegiance to Islamic State, said it carried out the extensive simultaneous attacks. The US condemned the attacks, saying it remained steadfast in its support of the Egyptian government's efforts to combat the threat of terrorism. And to wrap up the headlines once again, MCI warns reams of cancelling recognition of MBBS degree granted by Manipur University unless scores of deficiencies are rectified within 3 months. Well, that's all we have for now. For more news and updates, stay tuned and keep watching.